authors do crossovers, and ladies, if you get tired of working your current job, I got a position open for you.
Welcome to the comedy shop. Where everyone's dreams come true.
I don't know about crossover stuff. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. It always seems like kind of cheesy, but I don't know. I'm not opposed to cheesy if it's appropriate. There are a couple of web series that Kim and I, as producers, are developing, and we would have loved to announce some stuff now that things aren't quite there, but in the next couple months we'll have some really cool announcements about other projects we're producing, because we love working in the space, and we feel like there's a lot, we can do more with other series in this space. So yeah, next couple months there'll be some cool announcements.
This one's for Will. How does it feel from going from being the Enterprise's most hated child on the Next Generation to work on awesome web series like you?
Okay, I actually have a question for the audience. And be honest, how many of you really hated Was It Crush on Treasure? How many of you actually really liked Was It Crush on Treasure? As I've gotten older, and the people who watched Star Trek, who were around the same age as me, have gotten older, I've learned that the people who were like, we hate you, and here's the 67 ways we want you to be impaled on a Klingon and killed, were truly a vocal and cruel minority, and that there was just a lot of other people who just didn't, who were too young to be on Usenet, and didn't, so if I could just sort of challenge the premise of the first half of the question, so thank you to people who responded to that, both sides, it's totally cool. So to go from playing a character that was that received really like mixed reviews to a character who people really love to hate is really fun. It's super fun to be the character that I know people are like, how can you treat her like that? And it's the same thing on Big Bang Theory. How could you break up Leonard and Penny? To which I always reply, no, you're missing the point. I won bowling. The villain is the hero of his own story.
The question I have is for Kim and Felicia. Do you find it easier to get a webisode made than you would a mainstream television show on a network as, being a woman trying to get this done?
I think it's certainly easier for us to get a web series made because the risk financially for a sponsor or an advertiser is much lower. So, and they're not a lot, the pool of people clamoring to make low-budget web series is smaller than somebody trying to make $1 million episode of TV shows. There is, I think, a difference in the tech world a little bit about women, because we are behind our computers, and I think the more you're online, you realize that you treat people the way that they're, who they are, versus the way they look or your perception of them. So people are a little bit more equal footing, and that's what I love about the internet. You can have a group of people, like, our cast is completely believable. We can know each other and really have a good time with each other in the virtual life. And it probably wouldn't happen in real life because we do have preconceived notions about people, their age, or their sex, or their race, or their religion, and we put up barriers just unknowingly. So I think, being in the online world is a little bit more easier for us. We do love working in web series, though, because of the creativity, freedom, and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if for me it has so much to do with being a woman as it just had to do with being able to make something, that we wanted to make, and the fact that we're both women is a coincidence, kind of. It's not true, but you know what I mean. It's really just that Felicia had a great script, and we knew that it was about people who understand how to work the internet's machine, and so it just seemed like a very logical step to bring it directly to that source. And you know, she'd already been told by TV folk that it was too niche, and so here we are 2.5 years later, and you guys are here. And they were wrong. Getting low on time, so if we're done, do you have one more question?
We have one more question.
Okay, one more question.
My name is Brett, and I just had to ask Felicia, are we going to see any more Whedon involvement?
Whedon involvement?
Yes.
Joss Whedon infuses everything I do because he's my hero. So, he always inspires me because he is the one person in Hollywood who I feel his voice always comes through. And whatever I'm doing, I always try to think about that when I'm creating something, and I always will. So it would be great to have more Jen Whedon involvement, or any Whedon, any infusion of Whedon, and anything is always better, makes it better. Like vanilla. Or salt if it's savory.
Cool, so we're going to wrap it up, and I want to tell you a couple of things before we go. First of all, directly after this, these guys are going to leave, and they're going to go to our booth, which is 4201 by the doors in Hall F. So all of you, instead of coming to the stage, they're leaving. So go to Hall F. And
They're going to be avatar skins for the guild on Xbox soon.
Oh yeah! So we're going to go there, we're going to have a signing with the entire cast, and Greg Aronowitz, we're going to have the Fox Critics print, and the artist will sign them as well. So please join us there. And also tonight at 7:30, if you don't know, Sandeep Parikh created, wrote, and directed a web series called Legend of Neil. It's a Zelda story. It's very, very naughty, and it's awesome. And they're going to panel in room 7AB tonight at 7:30. So please don't miss that. And any parting words, Felicia?
Thank you so much for loving what we do.
Thanks, you guys.